Welcome back to Video Rental Chaos, where we review the most iconic movies ever, one killer doll at a time. That's right, because on my way home, I stopped off at my local video store and I rented Child's Play. Because nothing says family fun like a toy that runs on no batteries and pure evil. It's finally Halloween season here on Video Rental Chaos. This is our favorite time of the year. Now we're kicking it off in style. Chucky is back on the show and we're crushing it with the one that started it all. That's right, the original Child's Play. So before I miss out on the good guy doll that's being sold in the alley down the way, let's jump right on into Child's Play. The movie begins with a chase sequence in which Charles Lee Ray, a notorious criminal known as the Lakeshore Strangler, is being pursued by Detective Mike Norris. The chase leads them into a toy store, as Ray is fatally wounded by a gunshot. He desperately performs a voodoo ritual to transfer his soul into a good guy doll. As lightning strikes the store, the transfer is successful and Ray dies, leaving his body behind while his soul enters the doll. We meet Andy Barkley, a 6-year-old boy who is celebrating his birthday. Now he's obsessed with the Good Guy dolls, a popular toy line, but his single mother Karen can't afford to buy him the doll. She eventually finds a street peddler selling a used one for a cheap price and buys it for Andy as a surprise. The doll, unbeknownst to her, is the one possessed by Charles Lee Ray. Chucky's first act of violence occurs when Karen's friend Maggie babysits Andy. Chucky causes her to fall out a window to her death because, well, Maggie's a bitch. But the blame falls on Andy for the fall because no one believes that a doll could commit such an act. Andy tells his mother that Chucky has been speaking to him and that Chucky knows things he shouldn't, like the fact that Charles Lee Ray is dead. We get a scene where Andy ditches school with Chucky. They end up on the train riding to Eddie Caputo's house. Eddie is woken up by some noise downstairs. Well, Chucky, being Chucky, turns the gas on. While Eddie's going through the house shooting off random shots, Andy's outside looking for Chucky. Well, Eddie takes the wrong shot and kaboom, the house goes to pieces. Andy ends up at the local police station where his mom comes to pick him up. Andy tries to tell his mom what happened, but a caseworker is overhearing the conversation and it's decided that he's heard enough. They take Andy into protective custody while his mom goes home. Karen just brushes it off as childish imagination until she discovers that the batteries were never placed inside the doll. In a horrifying moment, she confronts the doll and Chucky comes to life, attacking her. Detective Mike Norris, who initially dismissed Karen's claims, becomes more involved as strange occurrences keep happening. After being attacked by Chucky, he realizes the truth. Chucky realizes that he is slowly becoming more human the longer he stays in the doll. Desperate to escape the doll's body, Chucky visits John the voodoo practitioner, who taught him the soul transfer ritual. John tells him that the only way out is to transfer his soul into the first person he revealed his true identity to. Chucky kills John in anger after getting this information, leading to the chase to possess Andy once and for all. Chucky tries to perform the ritual to transfer his soul into Andy's body. Well, Karen and Mike manage to stop him, but Chucky proves to be nearly indestructible. After a fierce struggle, they burn Chucky in the fireplace, and despite his charred body, he continues to attack. Finally, Mike's partner arrives and shoots Chucky in the heart, seemingly killing him for good. Now, the film ends with a shot of Chucky's burnt and mangled remains, leaving the door open for a potential sequel. Child's Play is a movie I hold near and dear to my heart. If you go back and watch my review of Part 3, you will hear me say how my sister and I would rent this and Dream Warriors constantly. Now, this movie works brilliantly as a horror film because it effectively combines the supernatural with the slasher genre. Besides renting the series, we would always catch Child's Play on TNT back in the day. Needless to say, Chucky is a pretty unique villain as he blends dark humor with menacing danger. The film's pacing is strong, with each scene building on the last, escalating the tension. The practical effects used to animate Chucky are impressive for the time, and his transformation from a seemingly harmless doll to a full-fledged killer is gradual and terrifying. The idea of a child's toy becoming a murderous entity is chilling, and the film maximizes this concept with clever direction and solid performance, especially from Alex Vincent, who played Andy. And you gotta give credit to Tom Holland for the direction of this movie. The film strikes a balance between scares, action, and occasional humor, making it memorable and fun entry into horror cinema. So just make sure to stay out of the voodoo body transfer websites, okay? And I'll see you at the video store.